Jo, Regelt gedaan ook. Goed was, jo. You know, I was literally, I had one foot out the door, and and I actually wasn't going to do a morning video, but then I thought, the show must go on. It's gotta go on. And oh goodness gracious, does Rosanna even know what the hell she's getting herself into? I was thinking about that today. I'm thinking about, I'm going to be taking off here on Monday for some traveling, and knowing Rosanna as I've come to know her in a short time, uh, she'll want to be doing videos. She'll want to be doing videos, and at the moment she doesn't have a camera other than her cell phone and all that kind of stuff. And oftentimes people just rush out and just grab something. Um, and I've been no different over the years, but it really takes a little bit of thought to know exactly what to get and what have you. And doing videos, such as she'll be doing. She wants to do a lot of cooking videos, so it'll be a little bit difficult for her to kind of place the camera, so to speak, to, I don't know, get a tripod or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, one way or another, I'm sure she'll figure it out. But boy, did I put my foot in it yesterday. I didn't put my foot in it as much as I stirred it up with my comments uh, about intelligence and education and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to dwell on it too much today, but anytime you can do something to improve yourself, anytime you can do something to make yourself an all around better person, I think that you should do it. And speaking English correctly, speaking English or speaking your native tongue, regardless of whether it's English or Magyar or Cantonese or Vietnamese or whatever it is, speaking the language properly in the end is only going to help you. It's not gonna hurt you to to master a language. It's certainly not going to hurt you. And in certain situations, right or wrong, not being familiar with the language and not using the language properly can be perceived by certain people differently. Certain people go through life, and they uh, they look one way or another. I'm not going to say they look down. Okay, they just look one way or another at at folks that uh, at folks that don't speak correctly. So anyway, it used to drive me crazy when I lived with this attorney for the better part of a year. His correcting me all the time used to drive me crazy. It would just drive me up the wall. How he was uh, so prone, so diligent in correcting my language, and uh, and it was only until afterward. It was only until years later that I began to really fully realize the value of what he was teaching me. And and that's why when I'm talking, that's why when I'm conversing with somebody such as Rosanna, who understandably so, I mean, bless her heart, being from a different country, English is one of the hardest languages in the world to learn. uh, as I understand it, English is a very tough language. So, when you take somebody such as Rosanna coming into this country and learning the language, you have to have a lot of tolerance her unfamiliarity with the language and grammar and what have you. It's just goes with the territory, so to speak. But anyway, so those are my thoughts on that. I don't want to dwell a lot on it. I know that when I was a younger kid, when I was a young guy growing up, I always wanted to fight the system. I didn't like the way the system worked, and I wasn't going to conform. I come hell or high water, you weren't going to get me to conform. I was going to wear that earring in my ear. I was going to wear my hair down to my shoulders. I wasn't going to conform at all. And then when I started to realize that my nonconformance, when I started to realize that my nonconformance was ultimately hindering my opportunities in life, then that's when I started to pay a little bit more attention, and that's when I started to well, I guess the word would be conform. But anyway, and speaking English properly is not conforming. You're not. It's not. The topic of speaking English properly or speaking a language properly has nothing to do with conforming or not conforming, but it's good common sense, because I think that when you use the 50-cent words, people look at that and they tend to well, they tend to appreciate it. So anyway, that's about it, folks. I don't have a whole heck of a lot on my mind today. It is off to the DMV to get a license plate for my camper. Hmm. Off to the DMV. I'll get a license plate for the camper. And Rosanna texted me last night asking me if she wants me to join her in Canada. Join if she wants me to. If she wants me to have her join me in Canada. And so we'll see how that all comes to. We'll see how that all works out. I don't know I don't know how that would work, but she'd probably fly into Cleveland or Toronto or something like that, and maybe fly home from Boston or something if she's able to work it out. But it'd definitely be a lot of fun. She said she doesn't want to sleep in any Walmart parking lots, so maybe I'll try the Target. Maybe we'll limit ourselves to the Target parking lots. I think they have Target in Canada. We will we will see. Anyway, take good care, everybody. Have a whoops. We should do the question of the day. I think I'm on a roll. Alexa, what's the question of the day?
Good morning. Here is today's question of the day. The topic is general knowledge. It is worth 3 points. People who have the phobia known as triskaidekaphobia have an irrational fear of what? Choose from the following. A. Spiders. B. Magic tricks. C. The number 13. Or D. Kaleidoscopes.
What are kaleidoscopes?
Nice try, but that's not correct. The correct answer was C. The number 13. Triskaidekaphobia is the irrational fear of the number 13.
How the hell am I supposed to know that? I mean, in all seriousness, ask me about Tito or Mussolini or something like that, but I can't even pronounce the word. All right. Anyway, have a have a great day. Take care.